Welcome to Easy Driver, the most reliable source of automotive information on YouTube. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. Welcome back. In part 2 of our Robotaxi Fleet Management series, we'll go deeper into electrified fleets, mixed vehicle strategies, rollout plans, and the KPIs that prove your fleet is running smoothly. Let's get started. Even with strong automation, things still happen. A blocked lane, a sensor fault, a rider dispute, a hard braking event, or a vehicle that can't complete a route. Remote operations is where small issues either stay small or turn into headlines. A platform should support alert intake from telematics and vehicle systems, fault codes, sensor status, hard braking, airbag events, geofence violations. Clear escalation paths, including when to hand off to a remote assistance team and when to dispatch on-street support. Operator role controls, so only approved staff can take certain actions, unlock doors, command a pullover, change a route. Audit trails, with time-stamped actions, message logs, and trip context tied to each event. Cyber safety matters too, but you don't need a buzzword soup. At minimum, expect strong authentication, least privilege access, encrypted data in transit, and logging that can stand up in a review. If the fleet can't prove who did what and when, the operation is exposed. Choosing platforms that fit Japanese OEM vehicles, data access, and real-world ops. Many fleets learn a hard lesson late. Dispatch can be great, but if vehicle data is shaky, the whole operation turns into guesswork. Japanese OEM vehicles tend to have mature telematics stacks and strict support processes. That's good for reliability, but it can limit what third parties can read or control. Selection comes down to one question. Can the platform get trusted data from the car, and can it act on it safely? Also watch for right-hand drive realities. It's not just steering wheel position. It can affect cabin camera placement, door logic, safety procedures at pickup, and the way attendants approach the vehicle at the curb. Vehicle integration basics, telematics, CAN data, and OTA updates without drama. Robotaxi operations need more than GPS dots on a map. Teams usually need vehicle health, 12 volts battery, warnings, diagnostic trouble codes. Energy state, fuel level, battery state of charge, battery temperature. Status controls, HVAC on, off, door locks, hazard lights where allowed. Sensor and compute status, availability, calibration state, fault flags. Trip counters, mileage, hours, harsh events for maintenance triggers. There are two common paths. OEM APIs are an aftermarket gateway that reads CAN data and publishes it to the platform. OEM routes can be cleaner for warranty and long-term support, but sometimes expose fewer signals. Aftermarket gateways can be flexible, but raise questions about warranty, security review, and who supports the stack. At 2 a.m. for 2026 Robotaxi fleets, OTA software tracking is non-negotiable. The platform should record software versions, update history, calibration status, when relevant, and post-update validation checks. If a vehicle behaves oddly after a change, you need fast answers, not a guessing game. Electrified fleets, managing hybrids and EVs side by side. Japanese fleets often mix Toyota-style hybrids with full EVs. That mix can be a strength, but only if the platform treats energy as an operations constraint, not an afterthought. For EVs, you want energy forecasting tied to route type, traffic, temperature, and HVAC use. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe for more automotive information like this. Thank you for watching.